Welcome back, West Coast. It's 13 minutes after 2, and I would be remiss if I didn't say there's no tsunami coming, just so you know. And I'm joined in studio here. Now, this is something that is coming this throughout the weekend. Matt Moran, what do you prefer? Matt's good. It says Matthew on the book, but is that just because you got to have your full name?
You got to have the formal thing going.
All right. Yeah. The book we're referring to is Vancouver Island, Barkley to Clayoquot, and it was released here in the spring. That was was the official release.
Yeah,
we were the first
Festival
to get it. And how was that? First of all, how did you enjoy your time out here for Whale Festival?
I love it out here for Whale Festival. Yeah, it was a great time. I wanted to launch it for the 25th anniversary. Yeah. That was my deadline, so I really had to put the work in to get the book done in time. And yeah, it was a success, really well received. Yeah. And since then, it's going really, really well.
Well, I have been seeing it around the coast with the lovely black bear photo on the front. I've seen it at a couple of the bookshops. And you said part of the reason you're out here is to redistribute it. So it looks like people have been picking it up. Before we get into the details of what people can do tonight and tomorrow, do you want to just run down some of the places that people can pick it up if they aren't going to be able to come and see throughout the weekend?
Sure, yeah. It's first of all, it's available at Mermaid Tales, also at Tofino Sea Kayaking here in Tofino. There's a special edition version available at Jamie's Whaling Station, both here in Tofino and in Yukiki. And then further down the coast, it's available at the Wick Kaninishin. It's available at Black Rock Resort. Down in Yuki, it's available at Wild Heather's Bookstore and Image West Gallery also.
And what are we getting out of it? I mean, it's a book of photography. Well, how long have you been putting this together? Is it a lot of like from the boat, from the shore?
It's a real mix, yeah. I spent a lot of time on the water. Almost all the wildlife stuff is exclusively from boats. Again, with Jamie's boats, I've been working with them over the past 5 years, and they got me a lot out on the water. So all the wildlife stuff is from the boats, and then as you, like a lot of people who come here, you start exploring the area. I didn't actually have a plan to do a book in the first place, but it was just so beautiful that I got hooked on the area. And once you start exploring this coastline, there's just endless wonderful landscape pictures to be had too. So I did a lot on foot as well. Yeah,
and the time I've lived here, I've always for the first little while, I was like, okay, I've been here for a year or X number of months. I've seen it all. And now the longer I live here, the more I realize I have no idea what I haven't seen.
Absolutely, yeah. I say that in the book, actually, that, 5 years photographing out here, and I still feel like I just scratched the surface. Yeah.
So what you said, you didn't come out here with the plan to make a book necessarily. Were you just one of those people that drove into town and didn't leave and stayed here to take a bunch of pictures? Or?
Kind of. I did kind of have a plan. I'd done a lot of photography over the past 12 years, and I'd done a lot of traveling and taking pictures, and so I came here as a tourist first and thought this would be a great place to base myself for a project, and that's how you get really, really good pictures, if you keep revisiting the same area over and over again. And the deal we worked with Jamie's worked out really well, and I was getting all this great material, and I have a picture library back home that sell my work, and I thought, I want to do something more than just, give the images to them to sell. And I'd had stuff published in other people's books, so I wanted to do my own book project, and that started in 2007, and it took much longer than planned, but eventually got it done.
It took Tofino time.
Exactly,
sure. So tonight and then Sunday morning, people will have a chance to meet you if they have a copy of the book, get it signed, pick up the book, and see some of the images maybe in larger formats as well. Is that the idea?
Absolutely, yeah. I'm going to have some prints on display, some quite nice large format panoramic prints of the landscapes of the area. I'll be signing books. I'll be doing a presentation talking about the story behind the images, that kind of thing. So it should be good fun.
All right. So tonight it's at the Black Rock?
Tonight's at Black Rock, from 6 p.m. There'll be a bit of mingle time, and I'm going to do a presentation around about 7 p.m. there. And then on Sunday morning, it's at the Wickaninnishin at 11 o'clock.
11 o'clock. Oh, great in time for brunch.
Exactly.
Get good brunch down there. So I got one. I said I might call you on this one. The West Coast out here, I know and love and cherish all the brilliant photographers that we have out here. But is it sort of like cheating to just decide to do your thing in such a beautiful place where everything, like I am spoiled in my office. I can look out any window and have a great view, but it's pretty much everywhere like that.
You're right.
Is it hard to refine it?
It's challenging, for sure, and I think one of the reasons is because there are so many good photographers. It's competitive, right? So I'm constantly looking around to see what else is out there, and I suppose doing a bit of photography posturing with other photographers, but just by looking at the quality of the work that is already out here, that was kind of inspiration to get good pictures.
You know, you got to do a good job with
and
all these.
and also just persistence. I think I'm a bit of a sucker for that. You know, I spent so many times just continuing to go out on boats, and you know, it's funny, 'cause my friends back home said, "Oh, you're going on holiday again." You know, every time I came here, and I was like, "No, sometimes it's hard work. You know, you got to go out there. The weather's not like this. It's raining.
You might
it's
be
foggy.
going out there looking for that rain and that fog or those rough seas.
Exactly,
for a shot.
exactly. So a lot of it was perseverance too.
Well, I'm glad you could come in, and I should probably try to get my hands on one of the books, but I'll see if I can see you probably Sunday morning and check that out.
That would be great. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for coming in. If people want to check out more of your stuff, there's got to be some place online that they can have a look before they...
That's right, yeah. Just my name, MatthewMaran.com, and Maran is M-A-R-A-N.
Sweet. Well, thanks for coming in, brother.
Thank you.
Don't work too hard. Now I got to play some song about photography. I don't think these things ahead at all. I'm going to go with the Jay Giles Band and Freeze Frame. I'm sure that's... going to be a crowd pleaser, and we'll be back in a little bit to talk more about not having a tsunami and all that other stuff. So stick around, West Coast.